I've been watching you. I've been watching you.
People, welcome if you're new here, welcome back if you're not, and welcome to the Sky Life where we talk about all things bookish. So if that's your vibe, please subscribe. And we have another episode of Let's Discuss Book Stuff because there's some stuff to discuss. And I want to talk about book reviews and do authors belong in those spaces. If you haven't heard, you've probably seen a lot of people talk about where you review books, and book reviews are for readers. Those are reader spaces. So think of Goodreads, Storygraph, things like that. It's for readers. You want to let other people know what you thought about the book. You want to hear about what other people might have thought about the book, what they would rate it as. If someone has a similar book taste as you, maybe would you like the same book that they read? Again, reading, it depends on the person, right? We could have the same vibe and I might not like that book you like, okay? I might not could rock with it. You could rock with it. I might not could rock with it. That's just how reviews are. Not everyone's going to agree. I do feel like the internet, though, makes it a little bit more difficult to keep authors out of those spaces because even now people still want to see book reviews on Instagram and social media platforms. And so when you're dealing with the algorithm might think you want to see this review because it's talking about your book, has your name in their mouth, or maybe you're even tagged in a review. And that's what happened in this video. I don't think I've ever really came across a video like this where it's like so direct and blatantly, I don't like your book, I hate your book, this sucks. I've never seen a review quite like that with the author tagged. And so let's just take a look at this video, okay? What they got to say about it. I think it was about Belladonna, and it's just a lot. Okay.
Adeline Grace, your book fucking sucks. It sucks. You wanna know why it sucks? I was able to predict everything that was gonna happen before it happened. I even started skipping paragraphs because I was like, this is too much fucking dialogue. Kill more. I didn't like the way it went. Could have made her a total villain. You didn't. You suck. Also, because I started skipping chapters because I knew it was going to happen, I went back and skimmed it and I was fucking. You want to know what it is? Shit. I'm about to ruin this book for you, okay? So skip away if you're about to read Belladonna, if you're in the middle of it or you're thinking about reading it, just don't, okay? Just skip it. So it says it's like a deadly delicious and it's a gothic infused masterpiece. Just because you have death in your book does not make it a gothic masterpiece. Actually, it doesn't even make it gothic-esque. Right. You made this badass character who can literally kill people by touching them, but then she's all like, oh no, like, hurting people hurts my feelings, it hurts my heart. Excuse me, what? And then this whole book is literally, to sum it up, the dialogue sucked. You spent way too much time explaining what the background looked like and what characters look like. The dialogue doesn't match the time period, and on top of that, it's like Chewbacca went deep into the woods, took a hot shit, called it Bridgerton. That's what this book is. It's trash. It's not even good trash. It's not even smutty trash. It's just rubbish. Throw the book away. Okay, so I'm only going to give you one credit. Ready? You made death able to go across different planes of existence and also take human form. I loved that. The only problem with that is that you made him invisible. So why was he taking human form only for the main character? I feel like you could have really played into that. Also, I feel like if you made the main character a total badass going around killing bitches and like taking over what death is supposed to be doing and like have them go on an all-out war, like that would have been so much better. But instead you do this stupid plot line of literally enemies for the first 3 chapters to lovers for the rest of the book, and it's not even good. There's no smut. It's not a gothic masterpiece. It's just shit. You had opportunity to make the best friend or the father total maniacs, but you didn't. You suck.
My thing is, I don't quite understand, why do you have to tag the author to let them know how badly their book sucks, okay? You might think the book sucks. A lot of people might not think the book sucks. Why do you feel like the author should be tagged? What do you want the author to do? Like, that's what I'm thinking. What do you want the author to do at this point? What are you trying to accomplish? If I'm an author, which I'm not, my husband wants me to be, but please. I am not. But I imagine if someone's tagging me and how much they don't like what I'm doing or what I did, like, okay, girl, what do you want me to do about that? Do you want me to feel bad about it? Like, what is your intention on telling me, hey, your book that you spent time writing, got editors, did all the things, promoted, book tours, all these things, the things that you've done was all for nothing because your book sucks. What do you want the author to do with that? How do you want the author to feel with that? If you're not vibing with an author and their writing style or the story they told in this particular instance, why why tag them in it, and what do you want them to do about it? What are you trying to gain when you tag the author specifically? I feel like when you share your review, it should be for the readers because, again, people want to know what other people think about the book. That might entice them to read it. Her saying she hates this book, for me personally, it doesn't change if I read it or not because, again, she might like something that I absolutely despise. So if I'm interested in a book, I'm going to read it. But I still don't understand, why would you tag the author? It just seems like in bad taste. Like, why would you do that? It's just like, it's like socially, digitally throwing a tomato at someone, I guess, right?
I'm gonna make it my life's mission to find anything she's ever written, read it, review it, and tag her in it. You guys are so obsessed with a tag and book etiquette. It is driving me bonkers. Like, those ones aren't even the bad people. Like, the worst ones are the dull ones who are just sending me the most basic insults ever. You're not even trying. Do yourself a favor, look deep, find my insecurities, write them to me. God, I can tell none of you are writers. So we're gonna finish this out with a little ready read. Ready? It all started with the cry of a baby. Her words, not mine. So while you're all and crying, I'm gonna go and have the sex with everyone. I'm such a whore.
But reviews are notoriously for readers and reader spaces for this instance. There's some authors out there, I believe Brittany Lewis said this. She's like, look, I don't care if the review is good or bad. Don't tag me in it. And I respect that. I understand that because you really don't know. And it's really hard for me, like, on the other side of it. Like, 9 times out of 10, I hope if I leave a bad review, I hope the author doesn't see it. The only time I really care is um for, like, if I'm doing like a beta read, or if I'm leaving a ARC review and I'm sending it like directly through NetGalley or through the publisher. I feel like that's a contained, welcome space for a certain amount of time, probably, where you can look at critiques or potential issues. It's not saying that you should just think your work is always, oh, that's an A+ for you. It may not always be that way, but I think most authors know that every reader is not going to like their book. Every person's not going to like my YouTube video. I don't like everyone's YouTube videos. I don't like everyone's books. I think people know that when they get into authorship and, wanting to write a book. I think it takes vulnerability to put out something you worked hard on and your idea and things that you've pushed and worked through in your creative expression, essentially. I think it's very vulnerable to then put that out in the world. Everyone's not going to like it, but I don't know what good you're going to get by tagging the author in it. Why do you want the author to know that? Because on the flip side, if I have a good book, if I read a really good book, like a 6-star book, like Our Vicious Oaths and Daggermouth, like, I love those books. I'm obsessed. You guys already know I'm obsessed with Oathbound, period. Okay. I am obsessed with those books. And so even with good reviews, I want to tag the author. Like, I want them to know that through their creativity, them being vulnerable, it left a positive impact on me. Even if the book wrecked me or it made me self-reflective or whatever, I want them to know it had a good and a profound impact on me. But I get where it could be a slippery slope, and why, like I said, Brittany Lewis, who also put out Blood Moon, she doesn't want to be tagged in any reviews. And I kind of feel like that's the safest way to go about it, because you just don't know. Someone could be sarcastic. You just never know. Some people might think, oh, what I said wasn't that bad or whatever, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I guess if you want to say anything, maybe tag the publisher. I don't know. But I just don't really know why I want to basically shit on someone's hard work. I just don't. I think you could probably call out certain books because it's problematic or something like that. But after publication, I guess I'm not sure why you would do this. I guess that's my point. And this is going to further make it difficult for authors want to be on social media, period. I think we've seen that before with other authors, and I mentioned it on my channel too, where something that may not even have to deal with their book, but because this internet relationship, this parasocial relationship, because they made it known, oh, they felt this way about a character in another book, and everyone's taking it and running with it, and it just feels like cyberbullying. Why are you cyberbullying this author for? Just a difference of opinion kind of thing, not based on people's fundamental rights or things like that, but based on, hey, I like this character versus that character. Oh, that character didn't do it for me. Makes it very hard for authors to feel safe to even want to show up, want to do anything. I think even another author here recently had a problem because I think they were trying to do grocery assistance. Oh God, it was that Coastal Academy author. I think they were trying to do something good for everyone. If you needed grocery assistance, things like that, they had a Google form up. They were trying to help people in their community and readers alike and things like that. And even that had a problem. And so I just kind of wonder where we're going to be at. I just recently kind of got onto the book side of things. So my algorithm didn't always show this. I'm not sure how long these kind of interactions with the authors, from tagging them and like basically degrading reviews, personally tagging them, which I just feel like that's in bad taste. I can't let that go. I just feel like that's in bad taste. I don't know why you would do that. I'm kind of now, I don't know. I don't know if I want to tag authors in any reviews, but I do want them to know how good their book is. But even authors having a difference of opinion where it's not like based on fundamental rights or treating people with respect and dignity, just other things like what fictional character you thought was useless or whatever. They get bullied for that. They get bullied for, I guess, if you're even trying to help your community during these trying times, when you expect more and hope more from the government and it's not happening. So where are we really making a safe space for authors? It doesn't seem like there really are a safe space anywhere. And yeah, I get they're like celebrities in the reading community. I just even think about past events where authors have went to these events and they're not even safe at the events where you can meet your fellow readers and people that enjoy your work and da da da. I think there was another author here recently that actually stated that, like, hey, if you don't like my book, don't come tell me to my face at my table. Again, why are you doing that? What is the point of that? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? It's like you want someone to have a bad day. Like you want it on someone's sunshiny day. And I don't understand why you would do that. This is where I say internet's not real life, but y'all feel like y'all could do internet activities, keyboard warrior activities in real life. And let me tell you, some people are not going to play like that. And I just don't know, what are you wanting to get when you say this? When you tell someone to their face, your piece of work was a piece of shit. When you tag the person on the internet, like what do you want? What do you want? And in a minute, I can honestly feel like we won't have any spaces where we can meet people, authors that we love and their books that we love. I feel like if it's not safe online and becoming not safe in real life, we are kind of one bad apple is ruining the batch, and we're kind of getting to that point where it's not safe for them to come out, not to be online, not to be anywhere. So where does that leave authors and readership and new books and releases and the book community in general? Where does that leave us? So anyways, let me know your thoughts down below. Did you see all this happening? How do you feel about authors and reader spaces? And then how do you feel about reviews being everywhere now? And now we're going to tag authors even if we hated it, because that seems like a great idea. And just this overall, like, we're not making it safe for authors. This is going to impact real events, meet and greets, things like that, book events, book conventions. It's going to impact all of that. So let me know what you guys think down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Until next time. Peace.